Alrighty, so for week 7, based on what we've learned this week, which is, and maybe I say this, I apologize that I do, but it's so fundamental to JavaScript, is what the DOM is and using event listeners to trigger events. Because think about everything you do on the web is based on clicking something and something happens. So anytime that happens from here on out, you can think of in your mind, that's an event listener. Something is listening for an event. Okay, so you're going to do this by adding a button to your last Learn Together work. Okay, so take your week 5, create a new folder, copy it over. Create a button and write an event listener to output the updated DOM with your code or with your output of your program. I should write that better. But I'll show you, so hopefully it'll make sense. So, and here's the key, besides all that, is just delete my show on page, okay? And create functions, which would make the most sense to me, that would work well in your desired output. So, in HTML, which hopefully you've had a little, if you haven't, there are some great sites out there. One of my probably not favorite, but at least gets you a quick start, is W3 School. So if you have no HTML at all or no CSS, this is HTML, then, consider checking out W3 School. Push your code, blah, 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 all the stuff we've done before. Okay, so here's my output. Okay, here's my button right here, run my code. You can name this button whatever you want. Okay, so what you can see here is I have a heading. How do I know that? If I inspect it, right, I can see that that's an H1, and there is not an H1 in my. So, by the way, let's be clear. Really, on your index, you should really have nothing but your button, your div, and your script file. You shouldn't have any content here. I want you to create all your content through code. That's what we've learned, right? So the output, here we go. I used an LI, which in this case is what's called an unordered list. An ordered list would be like 1, 2, 3. Now, these are actually generally accompanied by another, these are nested in another tag for that. But you can just use them by themselves if you don't understand, and that's what I did. And then I did my heading, and then I did my output of my decision, and then I did my message, and then I iterated through the rest of my data. Okay, so the general structure of my code, I have that event listener, and then I have my process daily, which processes all my daily array of objects, right? That calls my determined list. And then I've written a new function called update DOM. Okay. So again, I'll do a video for just my code review of my specific code, but I wanted to give you an idea of what this looks like. Okay. So that you would better understand this part. Hope it does. If not, shout out on Discord. That'd be great. Have a good one. Talk to you later.